The corn is now ripe and ready for harvesting. Woolley sharpens up the scythe, which around the turn of the century was the sole means of cutting on the small farms. This was again a two-man operation, one man mowing, the other lifting the corn and tying it into sheaves.
A good man myself, tell me what we laid on the day.
An acre.
An acre. But I'm in a good day's work.
I don't know if I could cut an acre of corn or not, but
You've been here.
the acre of grass, it was a damn good day's mow my side. Man, it was.
How many tires would he need?
Just the one. Oh, just the one.
Later on, with the emergence of the horse or tractor-pulled reaper, the scythe was only used to open the field. This meant cutting an opening around the outside and leaving about 5 metres of clean ground at each corner. The reason for this process was so that the tractor and reaper wheels would not damage the precious ears of corn. A giant step forward from the scythe was the introduction of the reaping machine. This revolutionary farm implement began to appear around the Mahara area about the early 40s. It is believed that the first ever reaper was invented in 1828 by a Scotsman, the Reverend Patrick Bell. This strange-looking model had the horses pushing rather than pulling.
How many tires would you need behind you there, Tom?
Well, you could have kept any amount going there. Any amount. 8 or 10, you'd need 8 or 10.
Would you?
Oh, aye, to keep a tractor going at all.
If you didn't make somebody, you left them a good big top to.
Well, that's what happened.
Doesn't look very safe, doesn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's...
There's usually a lug on the inside of the seat there. Comes up the inside of your leg. Keeps you firm on the secure on the seat.
The sight of this piece of man-made miracle must have been a dream come true for the scythe operator, who was now able to exchange his long day of back-breaking labour for a seat. And just as the tractor had replaced horsepower, the reaper was slowly but surely beginning to replace manpower. Time, which had stood still for centuries, was now moving in leaps and bounds. And in 1955, Tommy acquired his first binder, a machine which not only cut the corn, but had an inbuilt ingenious method of tying the sheaves as well. The first recorded use of a binder, which was invented and first used in America, was as far back as 1880. That particular invention used wire to tie the sheaves. However, farmers found that the wire was not only damaging to their machinery, but to their cattle as well. So the McCormick Company perfected a similar sheaf tying mechanism, this time using twine, which is being used here today. The corn is cut, transported along a canvas belt, through the tire and kicked out in straight rows. Each sheaf is the same size and thickness.
I suppose it was just an updated version of the Reaper. So, I mean,
And the tying end put on top.
But the great invention was the tying of the sheaf and the nutters.
The canvases put it together up.
I was doing 8 men at a work there, so.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was a good invention.
But then not all corn had to be binded either. The corn had to be ripe for it.
And if she got too ripe and got
If she was too ripe, that she wouldn't bind it too well.
too close to the ground.
30 years since that machine worked, maybe.
That's right, that machine belongs to an uncle of mine, McLagan there, Money Sheridan outside Macarad. Yeah, restored the last time they was 30 years ago, but he's the sort of fellow when he puts any machine away, he's poured and burnt oil and stuff like this. And we took her out. We took a chance and made no adjustment whatsoever to her. As you can see, the only time she didn't tie a sheep was when she ran out of string. It wasn't the fault of the machine,
No.
the fault of the operative.
She went perfectly first time.
Ah, she went perfect, yeah, it was.
What did that cost in those days? Tell me.
New binder. I would
She
only guess
a 5-foot cut or a 6-foot cut.
£100.
I think she's 5.
5.
And you talk about £100, told me that binder, there's 3 canvases on her and I needed 1. And the price of the new canvas was going to cost me £100 plus the VAT.
Tell me, you said you had a couple of those from the 50s.
Ah,
Plenty of work.
no, plenty of work. We had one of them there and we had a pair there. I got seasons around cat keeper. But we had the 2 going most of the time.
So obviously there weren't too many of them on the country.
Yeah.
Tell me, say if you'd have bought a tractor and a binder there, how long would it have been before you had your investment back?
It's hard to say now, it could be while. But that's mostly the way we get up the tools. We bought the tractor and wrought and fitted till you got a bid for, and then you bought the implement and you went to the country and you made the price of it. And when you got done, you went and bought someone else.
Another example of progress. The sheaves of corn, now lying in rows, must be put into stooks. A stook is a group of 3 sheaves, set upright and tied with a band of corn around the top. This allows the wind to blow through the stalks of corn and dry them out completely and allow the corn to ripen, although this corn is fairly well ripened. Towards the bottom of the stook there is quite a lot of young grass which has been growing along with the corn. In good weather conditions, the corn will sit on the stook for about 10 days. Then it must be built into a hut. Tommy Doherty explains the hutting, which was again a 2-man operation.
No, I will just start with a stook. Set on the stook and you go from there. Then you turn the sheaf according to the way they're sitting on the ground. You mostly turn it to sort of shapes the hut. You can build them big or wee.
You're always keeping the heads on, I know, obviously to keep it dry.
Oh, depends a bit on the size of the corn, what size you make the hut too. But we're only getting into the way of it there now. It's a long time from we hut it to now, so.
It was floating away, Tommy, till you run the water, obviously. I can see the way you're shaping it.
Surely. So if that hut's right put up and a bit of thatch put on the top of it could sit there for 2 months. I always like them old heads pulled off and stuck on the strap. They're very hitful scattered about the field.
Have it tidy away again.
Mostly the man that carried into you in the head off. don't see this fella taking so many off at all.
It's a good sign of a frame when he's putting your corn has stolen the stick.
What was the time like everything else in the old days? There was a lot of pride taken and even building a hut.
Oh, oh, you had to. Well, you had to do it a sort of right now. There'd be a boy above you give you an awful talent if you didn't. I used to set them up in nice rows in the field and all. And they had to be hutted. One great nest were hutted too.
You surely told me that corn on the top there, now if it rains that'll get wet.
Now, we'll take a stick now and we'll take 3 sheaves out of it, according to the size of the sheaves. We'll take 3 sheaves out of it there and we'll turn them into position and tie the hud. That's the band up there I'm after putting on. I always thought that was a hell of a lot better than the ordinary one. You need to get her tied up nice and tight at the top there for putting on the hud. And to finish her right, you would have to put a wee notch of thatch on her, but that's here to run a lot of the rain as it does.
You're turning her inside out there?
And no, you just turn the point of the sheaf so as to lie right.